All right, for the next installment of the Perfect Check Saga, we're going to learn about how to read your customers, an essential guide for the perfect check. My name is Khryssi. I'm going to be your instructor. I've started working for Bravo back in 2004, and I've been with the company ever since, and I've seen my share of tables, and I have greeted my share of tables, and I have interacted with absolutely every possible scenario you could come up with in a serving environment. So I know a little bit about this whole experience. A little overview of what we're going to go over today. This is our outline. Number one, verbal communication, what you both say and how you say it. Number two, nonverbal communication, read their body language and maintain your own. Number three, follow their clues to tailor the experience. Each person is different. Number four, ask questions to fill in the blanks. Number five, put yourself in their shoes. And number six, the most important, first impressions aren't always forever. Let's get started with verbal communication. Introduce yourself within 30 seconds, even if you're busy. Seems simple, so important. If you were the customer and you came in and sat down and you saw a server walk past you 5 or 6 times without saying a word, and they eventually ended up being the person that was supposed to be taking care of you, you'd remember that and you'd be a little put off. Even if your hands are full, even if you've got lots of other things going on, part of your job is multitasking. Make eye contact with the table and just say, hey, I'm yours, I'll be right back. If you aren't busy, go right on up, tell them your name and start the party. Hi, my name's Khryssi, I'm gonna be taking care of you tonight. Ask if they're celebrating anything. If it's a big group of people, chances are they got something on their minds other than just going out to eat. If it's a bunch of girls wearing tiaras, it's probably a bachelorette party and you're gonna have your hands full. Ask questions. Create a quick bond and establish a common ground. Maybe they're wearing a sweatshirt for the college you went to. Maybe they're wearing a hat with your favorite sports team. Maybe they're wearing a t-shirt with your favorite band logo on it. If you notice something, hey girl, I love your handbag, something small like that, they will immediately feel a connection to you. And even if the table is feeling you to begin with, you're only furthering your success with them by establishing the connection. If they aren't feeling you to begin with, that might be your foot in the door. Recommend at least 2 cocktails and apps by name. Also important. Any kind of personal recommendation is going to make your customer feel closer to you. You are their server, but you're both human beings, and you want to interact on a personal level. The more comfortable they feel with you, the more money they'll spend, and the better experience they'll have. Nonverbal communication, equally as important as verbal communication. Body language. How's your posture? How's theirs? If you approach your table and they're slouching and they're not looking up at you, you can tell a lot about what's going on in their lives just by how they're carrying themselves. If you match their posture and you're boring too, nobody's gonna have any fun. They're not gonna wanna come back. You have to one-up them, and don't be super perky, but definitely be in a good mood. Put your best foot forward, and don't let their bad mood bring your mood down. You wanna take your mood, bring their mood up. Smile is infectious. Some cliches are there for a reason. It's absolutely true. If your table is in a bad mood, the more you smile at them, eventually they're gonna give in and crack, and they're gonna smile, and they're gonna have a good time. If they're already smiling, again, everybody wins. Establish and maintain eye contact. That's a really hard thing to do for a lot of people. Sometimes your tables won't even look up at you. Take the connections when you can. When they do look up at you, notice them, catch it, smile, maintain it. Those 2 things work together, the smiling and the eye contact. My favorite little tactic to get your tables involved in the whole experience is to nod your head when you make a point that you want them to agree with. If you say, oh, you know, you've got a little bit of time, you're waiting for somebody to get here, we should totally get started with an appetizer. You nod your head and they're like, yeah, I should do that. Even if they didn't want an appetizer, now they're thinking about it because you genuinely believe it's a great idea. Use their clues. Everyone is different. Not every person is gonna be exactly the same as the table next to them. Every experience is different and needs to be tailored to every table. If this table is having a terrible night and the table right next to them is not, you're gonna have to reevaluate the way you take care of everybody in order to make everybody happy. Are they appreciative of your attention, or do they prefer to be left alone? Are they chatty and friendly, or are they quiet and standoffish? Are they preoccupied with their phone or their laptop? Are they old friends catching up on lost time? Are they celebrating a birthday? All of these things definitely factor into how you're going to treat your table. If they're chatty, chat with them. You've got a few minutes for someone, I promise. If they're quiet, stay out of their way. Do your job, be friendly, get them what they need, but if they don't want to interact with you, don't force it on them, because they will hate you. Establish a signal system for those who choose to have more space. That's a really, really good tactic. If somebody is on their laptop or if they're on their phone, they're very obviously busy with something, you just let them know, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get this for you. If you need anything, I'll keep eyes on you. Just wave to me, I'll be around. Which leads me to the last point on this slide, stay visible. I know a lot of servers will do the bare minimum and then they'll go hide. And you don't wanna do that. You know, as a customer yourself, if you need something and you can't find your server, that leaves you to your own devices. You have to approach a host, you have to approach a bartender, you have to approach a manager. You as a server, you don't want any of those things to happen. You want to be the 100% main point of contact for your table. You are the restaurant to them. You don't want them to have to look elsewhere, because then they lose their faith in you, and any sort of bond or trust that you've established previously is now gone. Fill in the blanks, ask. Anything you can't figure out intuitively, you should ask. Don't be shy, ask questions. If you can't figure it out, you're not going to figure it out on your own. It takes 2 seconds, just ask them. Is this your first time dining with us? A lot of times your table has never been to your restaurant before. They don't know what your specials are. They don't know what you have to offer. They don't know if this is a good place to come watch a game, if this is a good place to sit and have a quiet chat with your friends. They don't know anything about it. They're just here. So you have to let them in on what kind of experience you are able to provide as an establishment and as a server. Do you need more time? I've been training servers ever since 2004, and I can tell you that so many people are afraid to ask if you need more time. It causes panic in servers when they can't get a straight answer out of their table right away. There's nothing wrong with letting them have a couple of minutes. They're on their own timetable. You're here till close. You're not in a hurry. You're gonna be here long after the doors are locked, cleaning anyway. If they need a few minutes to talk, let them talk. Should we start with a few drinks while you decide? Perfect eye opener, perfect way to get somebody to look at your cocktail menu and think, yeah, you know what? I wasn't thinking about it before, but I think I might get a martini because we might hang out a while. Maybe you want to drop the appetizers on them at that point too. Hey, if you guys are going to chat for a little bit, why don't I get something started for you to kind of keep you busy so you can go at your own pace? Did you see our dessert menu? Always bring that bad boy up earlier on in the meal than you think you should, because they need to plan ahead. It's way, way better to bring them a box so they can take their leftovers home and you can sell them dessert now than it is to let them overeat and feel gross and not want to order anything else. And then if they have leftovers, they remember how great you were later on when they're sitting at home in their jammies. Put yourself in their shoes. Use your experience as a customer yourself to create a memorable dining experience for your customers. Think about that time you went out with your mom for your birthday and she kept complaining about how awful the waitress was. What was she doing that made your mom so mad? What did you appreciate about your experience? What didn't you appreciate about your experience? And most importantly, what would you have done to improve your past experiences? When you've been serving as long as I have, you constantly find yourself critiquing other servers when you're out as a customer. And I find I'm much more lenient, but a lot of times you won't be waiting on people who have worked in the industry, and you'll need to make sure that you're giving them 110% your best foot forward, because they don't know what you're going through, and they don't need to. They're not here to understand your life. They're here to eat. This is the most important part of this whole speech. I've been saying this all day. First impressions aren't forever. They're important, but you can rescue the experience. If something goes wrong, if, maybe they were in a bad mood when they came in, a lot of times they might wait too long for their table. Or they had a bad experience last time and their friends dragged them back for one more shot. Any and all of these things are easy to overcome if you just talk to your table, if you just observe their body language, if you just see whether or not they're feeling the experience and how close and personal you need to be with them. Identify their problem and do your best to suggestive sell. If they're in a bad mood, sell them a dessert. Sell them a fun cocktail. Make them laugh and make them interested in what you can do to fix their problem. They will appreciate your effort, and it ends up working out better for you and the establishment. So this brings us to our conclusion. Taking the time to accurately read your table can make or break your experience, not just for you, but for the restaurant itself. You are the face of the restaurant. If your table has a bad time with you, they might not give the restaurant another shot. So it's up to you to make sure that they have the best time possible so they can keep coming back and having a good time. Because happy customers not only order more, but happy customers come back, and happy customers tell their friends. In the age of social media, in the age of everybody being connected at their fingertips, bad news travels fast. And you want to make sure that you're filling everybody's mouths with good things to say about you instead of bad things. So the happier you make them when they walk out the door, everybody wins. Don't forget to thank them for coming in, and make sure you tell them to come back.
Menu. There's so much to order. What are we gonna get?
I know. Well, aren't we going to get cocktails?
Well, duh.
How's it going, ladies?
Oh my God, hi.
Hi, my name's Khryssi. I'm going to be taking care of you guys
love your
tonight.
hair.
Oh, thank you. I love yours too.
Are those Ouija earrings?
Dude, they are. Yeah, I found these at the mall about a year and a half ago. You're the
God.
first person to know what they are.
Really?
Yeah, nice work. I'm
Do
proud
you
of
remember the Ouija board?
Yeah.
Yeah, like these.
It was like around before you were.
the sleepover game. Yeah.
Good one. Good one.
So how's it going tonight, ladies? Have you guys been here before?
No?
Nope. All right. Well, you've got it open to the craft beer section, which is a good place to start. Are we celebrating anything tonight, or are we just hanging out?
No.
Just hanging out.
Spectacular.
With my niece.
With your niece?
My favorite aunt.
Excellent. Cool. You guys came to the right place then.
But this menu, it's so big. It's like, what are we
Huge.
gonna order?
There's a lot going on.
Oh my
That's
God.
absolutely.
Look at all
Well,
this
I mean, if you
food.
want to get started with a couple of beers, we can
What
do
about
that.
one of every beer?
One of every beer? I
Okay.
like the way you think.
Slow
it's that
down
kind of
there,
party,
Tiger. I'll have a martini.
Huh? That sounds enchanting. I can do that for you. Martini
Great.
for you.
But what about an appetizer? Like, what would you
let's get
suggest?
that.
What would I suggest? All right,
Yeah,
well,
what's the best
appetizers are here. How hungry are we?
I mean,
I'm hungry.
Debbie knows how much I eat.
A lot.
So we're gonna want to get something that's big enough to split. So I personally would recommend this bad boy right here.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a good thing to get the ball rolling. That way you guys can kind of pick off that while
The
you
nachos?
peruse. Oh yeah.
Are
Oh,
they
yeah.
good?
Oh, absolutely.
At a
Absolutely.
pizza place?
I'll bring you a stack of napkins because you're gonna need them.
Okay.
But they're really, really awesome.
Great. And then, are we going to share a salad?
For sure. For
I
sure.
love that.
I'll
I
let
love
you share
that.
a salad.
She's my favorite auntie.
Favorite.
Debbie.
The hand holding
Double
type.
D.
I like that. Well, okay. So if we
We're
want
not
to
joking
impress your
about that.
aunt, then we're gonna have to go for that right there.
Auntie
That'll
pasta?
impress her.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
all right, we can do that.
That'll impress her.
We can
This
do
is
that.
a nice restaurant.
I'm so glad you guys like it
veggies in
here.
Yeah.
All right. So you wanted a martini. We didn't get a drink order for
Oh,
you.
let me get, oh geez. I'll take a flight.
That sounds
Let me get a flight.
enchanting.
One of
All
everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going tonight?
And iced tea.
Iced tea. Okay, perfect. Are you going to be alone tonight? Should I get this out of here?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, thanks so much. Get a chance to look at the menu. I'll be back in a minute.
Debbie, darling! Oh my God, how are you? It's been forever! Oh my God, so good to see you.
So good to see you.
Oh my God, how are you? I
Are you
missed
being a Buddha today?
I'm always a Buddha. Come on.
Are you always
know
a
me.
Buddha?
You know me.
Buddha?
So how are you? How are
I'm
you?
good.
my
How
love?
are you?
I'm good.
You guys seem to be in high spirits. This is
Oh
like
my
a-
God, this is my great oldest friend Debbie. I haven't seen her in 5 years.
Oh. 5 years.
Wow.
Yep.
I know.
So what's the occasion? What brought you guys back together? Like,
Well, I'm just in the I'm in the city for a couple nights.
Oh, that's
and I had to
awesome.
catch up with my old friend Deb.
oh, well, thanks for picking
and
this
we've
spot
got
to
so
come
much to
hang
talk
out.
about.
So much to talk about because we used to go to school together, but at different schools.
Oh, okay.
At
Makes
different
sense.
times.
Makes sense. All right, so if you
So-
guys need some time to catch
God,
up.
yeah, I have not even looked at the menu
Okay,
yet.
but
Take your
I
time.
think we should order a pizza
Okay.
and we can talk
That'll
about
give you
it.
lots
know-
of time
you
because
know
they
better
take
than me.
45 minutes. They're made from scratch, so that'll give you lots of time to catch up and fill in the blanks on what you missed out on in the last 5 years.
Wow, 45 minutes?
It's worth the wait. I promise you. I promise
Deb,
you.
we'll catch up. It'll be fine. We'll talk
Okay,
about
great.
Lucy.
And in the meantime, we
talk
have a
about-
super extensive beer menu. So depending on how hard you want to party, you can work your way through that bad boy while we're waiting for the pizza.
I know, I saw that you like offer growlers to go.
Oh, I will spoil you. You have no idea. You have no idea. Go ahead and read up the menus. I know you guys need some time.
Okay.
I'll make myself
give
scarce
us-
for a little
yeah,
bit.
we haven't even looked
Yeah,
at this
because we're not even in
menu.
a hurry, really. I
That's
was
fine.
just like, that's a long time for a pizza.
Oh, no, I'm here all night, so don't even worry about it. My name is Khryssi. When you need something, just wave. I'll keep eyes on you, though, okay?
Thanks,
Okay.
Khryssi.
Have
Thank
fun,
you.
Khryssi.
Of course.
Yeah.
Maybe we
I
should
had a
just
big
have a
lunch.
drink.
I had a
Like,
big
what's going on with you? Like, you're acting weird.
You know, I'm getting a divorce.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
What? You're getting a divorce?
Oh,
It's not good.
well, nice to meet you. Hey.
Well, you know what? We're actually celebrating my divorce.
Get out. All
Yeah.
right, well, then you need this page of the menu right here, boo.
Yeah.
Bam. Let's do this. Let's celebrate. How long were you married?
You know what? It was a rash decision. Only a couple months. When we first got married, he was an investment banker.
Yeah,
Turns out,
big money.
I know Debbie knows. She set me up with him initially.
Oh, God.
And then
So you need the
he
coach
quit
on
his
you,
job.
too.
He quit his job to become a clown. And that's his dream. It's his
Oh.
passion.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
said, you know what? See ya.
The clown in life isn't for you,
Not
huh?
for me. Not
Well,
for me.
because
So
they
I-
were living out of their car.
Oh, that had to be crowded.
You're not supposed
Yeah,
to
you
tell
couldn't
them,
make this up
Debbie.
even if you tried. You couldn't
not.
make this up.
All right, well, then this is definitely the,
So
the
anyways,
spot on the menu.
moral of the story, it's a celebration. It's not a sad thing.
Right.
No.
We're celebrating.
You're getting your life
Awkward.
back.
So tell me what can we, how do we celebrate here? What do you got?
I mean, you celebrate with food and booze, right? I don't know how you are on
Celebrate.
craft beers, but this is where I would start. I don't know if are you a big beer aficionado? Or
I dabble.
I heard Gino's makes their own beer, right?
That is true. That
you got
is
a good
true.
IPA?
I'm not a big IPA person. If we're being honest, my recommendations are always stouts. I only drink things that look and
Oh.
taste like
Okay.
motor oil. So, but I've heard good recommendations about the IPA. So I would say go for it if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do it. Yeah. We'll
What do
do
you
three.
think?
That sounds good to
Yeah,
me.
3 IPAs.
All right, let me see your IDs.
Uh,